Well, why was Tesla up so much today? I've seen how many headlines asking the question, why was Tesla up so much today? And and even this week, I mean, and people have the strangest reasons. Anyway, it was up compared to the market a lot today. Will Tesla get crushed along with the market if the Labor Department shows strong job growth on Friday, reversing the good news from today? What else is impacting the company, the economy, and the markets in this wonderful Wednesday afternoon? Well, I'll make lists, and you can check out my lists. You can tell me where I'm right, where I'm wrong. And the after hours today is fertile ground for bargain hunting, but so far the take back is really, really, really tiny. So my Q3 and Q4 earnings numbers are out at midday tomorrow. So look for those. And so that's why you want to hit like, you want to hit subscribe, you want to hit notify, so you'll be notified when my Q3 and Q4 earnings analysis is out tomorrow. And of course, we'll have the regular morning show tomorrow. But you know what's coming up on Friday is lots of crazy stuff. But one of those things is Cathie Wood, of course, will do her report at night, which means Larry G and I will be checking out her findings and giving you our analysis of that on Saturday morning. So why is Tesla up so nicely? $14.63 during regular trading and down about $1.50 in after hours last time I checked. Well, let's go down the list. I got 8 reasons. Maybe you've got more. Maybe you don't like some of my reasons. Number 1, Cybertruck anticipation. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be this week, right? I'm saying it's Friday. If it's not Friday, I think we're talking about not October. We're talking about the handoff is going to be in November. That's just me, but that's my analysis. But I do believe that it will be this Friday. Number 2, the fourth quarter seems like a slam dunk. We'll be talking about that tomorrow in my analysis, but the 500,000 units, yeah, I think that's a done deal. I think that gives you a look at 2024 with starting off with a run rate of 2 million. How bad is that? So then all of a sudden that puts a pretty big change on the valuation of the stock. Number 3, the micro is good. I'm sorry, did I say micro? The macro is good. Well, at least it was today. We'll talk about the macro in just a second and some of the stuff that's going on. But the macro was bad on Tuesday, good today, might be bad again on Friday, might be great on Friday. We'll see. Number 4, X, Elon Musk's, what used to be called Twitter, got an A for effort from the Anti-Defamation League today. This is bigger than you might think, all right? X is where a lot of Tesla advertising takes place, okay? It's where a lot of new information gets spread. It's where a lot of folks, what does he have, 140 million people following Elon Musk there. The ADL, which had been advertising on X, didn't know that prior to this dust up. And then after all the effort that Elon has made over the last couple of weeks, they put out a release today saying, look, we're thankful for all that you did. We're going to go back to advertising on X. And please know, we didn't create any kind of fuss out there with advertisers to get them to stop advertising. You believe that? I got a bridge. Anyway, but for all those reasons, so if X does well, that helps Tesla. If Elon Musk is doing well and perceived well in the world, that's good for Tesla. So there you go. There's number 4 on my list. Number 5 on my list, the new Model 3. That is big, and it's people are starting to get that this new Model 3 is a big deal. The new cheaper Model Y, huge decision. That's not everybody needs 0 to 60 in 4.5. I do, but maybe you don't. I know lots of people that could care less about that kind of stuff. So this is a terrific way to create another price point. Upgrades to the Model Y in Shanghai, which are probably going to also come to Austin. Who knows whether it's next week or next month, but we'll be seeing those soon. And then the promise of Jupiter in 2024. When will that happen? We're not sure. And also the promise of the Highland in United States coming soon. All of those things have got to be creating positive trending narrative. All this new product coming along. Number 6, Jay Leno's Drive and the fun for less results for semi. I mean, the semi truck is a big deal. Yeah, it's a year away, but the year is not that far. Not when the stock market sees a real product driven by a real star, by somebody who really knows a lot about vehicles, making all these great comments about how superior the product was. And then there were multiple upgrades and confidence statements from analysts, multiple, all kinds of people saying, yeah, you know what? Okay, we're going to go from a sell to a hold. We're going to go from a hold to a buy. We're going to raise our lots and lots of positive comments. And people saying that the third quarter didn't matter and that people should be concentrating on the future. And then number 8, it's trading above its 50-day average. That's not something I pay a lot of attention to, but it's always a nice kind of icing on the cake, if you will. All right. So there's my 8 reasons why Tesla was up so dramatically today. Now, what about the markets? Remember, Tesla, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is only going to be able to make a 15-point move on a day when the market is also positive. It's very hard for Tesla to go up 15, let's say if the NASDAQ's down 100 or down 50. So number 1 on the overall macro today, oil is dropping like a rock, down $4.68, over 5%. Well, that might be due to the high interest rates causing people to think that we're going to hit, a soft patch in terms of the overall, business climate. The high dollar, of course, the dollar is inversely related because oil is denominated in dollars, and so if the dollar is really, really high, that has an impact on the price of oil. And then let's see. Oil products like gasoline and home heating oil, if you've got high prices on those, then it drives down demand. But then what it turns out that there's a lot of gasoline in storage right now in the United States and a lot of heating oil. And people are not using very much gasoline right now. In fact, it's at 25-year lows. 25-year lows in terms of the amount of gasoline being consumed the last month. That was I forget where I saw that, but that's a really big deal. So maybe the Saudis knew that this shortfall was coming and that there wasn't going to be as much demand, and so they were trying to get ahead of it. Or maybe they pushed too hard, which caused the lower usage, and they're getting the rightful comeuppance. Being a sort of a monopoly is a hard life. It's not always that easy. Number 2 on my list of why the overall market did well today, the 5% 10-year bond is priced in. It didn't hit 5-year. The 30 hit 5-year. The 10-year has not hit 5%, but that is now priced in. And there's a lot of folks that probably think that that is the highest it'll go and that it's likely going lower or it'll bounce off 5%, but it was down today. And it will be down a lot more if the labor numbers come in on Friday in a positive way. It'll go even lower if next month's CPI, PPI, and PCE show continued drops in inflation. And the oil price dropping today, yeah, that doesn't hurt the idea that maybe we've already seen the highest on interest rates on the 10-year. Now, I don't remember if I put this in or later, but the inversion is inverting quickly, really, really quickly. And so the 2-year is now closer to the 10-year than it has been in months, and that gap has been dropping very, very rapidly. Now, some people think that that's an indication that we might be getting even closer to a recession. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see, but I don't think so. Anyway, okay, the debt crisis is real, but like Social Security, we can deal with that later, kick the can down the road. I think that's what I'm hearing from a lot of headlines, a lot of people that are making commentaries on CNBC and elsewhere, is that, yeah, the debt crisis is a real thing, but it isn't immediate. It is going to get really bad if the U.S. government does not stop the spending at this level. You saw McCarthy losing his job. Somebody has got to wake up the U.S. government and get them to stop spending like that a few billion here and a few billion there doesn't matter. It does matter, and over time, it is going to make a difference. But I think everybody's looking at, nope, we're going to kick it down the road. And so for right now, for this year, no, don't worry about it. Okay, number 5, earnings are looking good. Earnings reports will start coming out next week. You get lots and lots of them on the 3rd week of October, including Tesla. And those earnings are looking good. It's going to be a potentially a good season. If there's good guidance, that'll be a double positive. And so people may be starting to try to get ahead of those earnings reports in terms of the stock market. Number 6, inflation. Well, seems manageable. Seems like it's okay. People are a little curious and concerned right now, but right now it seems okay. So that, again, all the things we saw today, the biggest issue has been oil, and it was down. So inflation seemed okay. Number 7, folks are working and earning and spending. Yeah. As long as that's happening, and that's what we saw today, that's what we saw yesterday. There's job openings, but it's not crazy. People are earning and working and spending, and that's what will keep the market going. Number 8, new tech will help the economy through productivity. There's a lot of articles on new tech every single day, and most people recognize that this is going to be a real benefit for productivity, although most people don't recognize how important that is, but a few do, and I've given you some examples of that the last couple of days. Let's see. Number 9 was 25-year low in gasoline consumption, partially due to BEV vehicles, of course, but more, I think, because people are, right, we don't have enough. It's going to be years. It's going to be 28, 29 before the number of electric vehicles on the road really begin to impact the total amount of oil that we need, probably around then. But it does matter. Every little bit does matter. But then also, if people start pulling back, there you go. And then that's number 10. Credit card use is down for the 3rd month in a row. Credit card use has been pulling back. That means, I've been saying this for a while, I think people got used to and liked having money in their checking account, liked having money in their savings account. And so when they saw that going away, so they were starting to look at their credit cards, they're going, let's pull back. But what's the most common thing that people put on their credit card? Gasoline, right? So I just went to the pump the other day. It was $100. Now, I've seen that before in California for 15 gallons, but it's back. And, that might impact the next drive I take that maybe I would have taken in my Volvo, that I'll say, you know what, to my wife, I'm going to take your car. I'm going to take the Tesla. And there's a lot of things like that where people might be making other decisions with regard to driving. All right. So there you go. There are the 10 reasons why the overall business climate today, the overall market feeling, created a very good day on Wall Street, and another 8 reasons, I think it was 8 reasons, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was 8 reasons why Tesla did amazing today. And last time I checked, was still doing great in the after hours. We'll take a very quick look. Oil is still just barely responding back up. And then we'll look at Tesla real quick. Tesla's down 121. So, in the after hours. So basically, no, everything's holding with just a little bit of bargain hunting going on. Now, don't you feel better? Don't you feel better about life? I mean, what a great day. Now, if you missed Brian Wang's update on LK99, you need to go take a look. I'll put that card up there. It was great. It's amazing. Who knows? Will LK99 really be a thing? I'm not sure. Brian's not sure. We don't know. But what we do know is there's plenty of evidence that it is something, that there's something going on there. And you need to, if you care at all about this, and it's a big deal for Tesla, then I recommend you go back and look at that video we did earlier today. Now, I want to tell you, I've got a new deal. I don't know whether you'll like this deal or not, but I'm going to give it a try. I've got a new deal for everybody, okay? I am going to sell the paperback versions of my books. I've got a bunch of them sitting out in the garage, so why not? I got all 4 of them. All 4 of them are sitting there. I can ship them tomorrow. When Friday isn't payday, my book on how to start and run a business and they even sell the business at the end. We've got the mission, we've got the method, and then we've got making money out of thin air, which teaches you how to understand balance sheets and product and loss, and profit and loss statements, and how to use those to run a business better, or how to use those to understand a company better. All 4 of those, okay, you can get them for $20. That includes shipping and everything else, personally signed. You tell me who you want me to, how to personalize it. I'll send you a personally signed copy of any one of those 4 for $20. If you want to buy the entire set, all 4 of them, I can do that for $60. If you want to do 2 or more, I'll do them for $17.50 each. So $35 for 2, all included. If you join Patreon at the $10 level, I will do all of those things at $2.50 less. So in other words, $17.50 for 1, $15 for 2 or more, but I can't go below 15. That is the lowest I can go, even for Patreon members. So, and all the other deals still go. Okay, we still have, Cybertrucks. We can still buy those for $25 a piece. Those are selling extremely well. Lots of sales on Amazon today. People are perfectly willing to pay $30 for them. So if you want to get it for $25, you just, all the information's down below, all the money, if you want to send me any amount of money for any reason, it's always paypal.me / all lowercase letters Randy Kirk. And of course you get a free Cybertruck can open or bottle opener if you join at the $10 level. Got anything else for you? I think that's all I've got. Was that enough? I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early at 7:10 California time. It's been great talking to you.